Hey everyone, welcome back to Interesting Bio Facts, where we uncover the untold stories of history's greatest icons. Today we're going to explore the life of a woman whose legacy is woven into the fabric of history. Princess Diana. Known for her charm, beauty, and charity, Diana's story goes beyond what we typically see in the media. From her early years to her groundbreaking work as a humanitarian, Princess Diana led a fascinating life filled with remarkable moments. Stick around as we reveal 10 interesting facts about Princess Diana that you probably didn't know. Let's jump in. Starting off the list, number 1, her namesake. Let's begin with something that many might not know. Princess Diana's full name, Diana Frances Spencer, was steeped in royal tradition. But her name itself has historical significance. Diana was named after her great-great-grandmother, Lady Diana Spencer, who was a prominent figure in British aristocracy. The name Diana also carries a mythological reference, as Diana was the Roman goddess of the hunt, the moon, and nature. She symbolized purity, grace, and strength, qualities that align perfectly with how Princess Diana was perceived by the public. It's a name with deep roots both in royal heritage and mythology, making it the perfect fit for a woman who would captivate the world with her elegance and poise. And second on the list, her career as a kindergarten teacher. Before she became the Princess of Wales, Diana led a very different life. In fact, she worked as a kindergarten teacher. After finishing school and struggling to find a direction in her early years, Diana began teaching at the Young England School in Pimlico, London. It was here that she found a sense of purpose, helping to educate young children. Her nurturing side, so visible in her later work with charities, was first evident in the classroom. Diana's time as a teacher was a formative period that showed her ability to connect with people, especially children, and helped shape the compassionate and caring persona she would later become known for in the public eye. And number 3 on the list, her wedding ring. Let's talk about one of the most iconic pieces of jewelry in modern history, Princess Diana's engagement ring. This stunning 12-karat sapphire surrounded by diamonds was an unusual choice for a royal engagement ring. What makes it even more interesting is that Diana's engagement ring wasn't custom designed for her, unlike many royal rings before it. Instead, it came from the jewelry collection of Gerard, a British jeweler, meaning it was a ring that anyone could have purchased for themselves. Little did anyone know at the time, this ring would become an international symbol of romance and legacy. When Prince William proposed to Kate Middleton in 2010 with the same ring, it further solidified the piece's place in royal history. And number 4 on the list, her wedding vows. One of the most memorable moments of Princess Diana's life came on her wedding day in 1981, when she married Prince Charles in one of the most watched events in history. What many people don't realize, though, is that Diana's wedding vows were quite unique for a royal ceremony. While traditionally royal brides say the famous line, "I will," Diana included an additional phrase that wasn't part of the usual vows. Instead of simply saying, "I will," Diana said, "I will love you and cherish you." This small but meaningful addition reflected Diana's personal and affectionate approach to love, something that set her apart from the more formal traditions of the royal family. The vows, along with her deep love for Prince Charles, made the ceremony feel more intimate, even if the marriage itself would later face difficulties. It's a reminder of how Diana brought her own personal touch to royal traditions, even in one of the most significant moments of her life. At number 5 on the list, she was a talented pianist. Princess Diana wasn't just a princess, she was musically gifted. As a young girl, Diana learned to play the piano and became quite skilled at it. Her talent for the instrument was evident during her time at the West Heath Girls' School, where she won awards for her performances. Even after joining the royal family, Diana continued to play the piano, showcasing her love for music in a variety of settings. One particularly memorable moment occurred during a royal visit to Australia in 1988, when Diana sat down at a public piano and performed a short piece that captivated everyone in the room. Her ability to play with grace and confidence demonstrated her natural talent and her willingness to connect with people through music. Diana's love for the piano was a reflection of her creative and sensitive spirit, and it's one of the many ways she brought her unique personality into the world of royalty. She had a fear of public speaking. While Princess Diana is remembered for her poise and elegance in front of the public, there is one thing that terrified her: public speaking. Despite her fame, Diana was plagued by a fear of speaking in front of large audiences. She openly admitted that the thought of giving speeches made her incredibly anxious. But she didn't let this fear define her. Instead, she faced it head on, using it as motivation to deliver some of the most memorable addresses. One of her most notable speeches was in 1987, when she became the first member of the royal family to publicly shake hands with an HIV-positive patient, helping to reduce the stigma surrounding the disease. Diana's ability to overcome her fear and use her platform to raise awareness about important causes demonstrated her inner strength and determination. Number 7 on the list, her older sister dated Prince Charles first. Here's a fact that may surprise you. Before Diana ever met Prince Charles, her older sister, Lady Sarah Spencer, dated him first. In the late 1970s, Lady Sarah and Prince Charles were romantically involved for a brief period, and it was through Sarah that Diana and Charles first met. Lady Sarah even joked that she played Cupid for her younger sister and the future king. But when it came to her relationship with Charles, she famously declared, "I'm not in love with Prince Charles. I wouldn't marry him if he were the dustman or the King of England." Despite their past, Lady Sarah and Diana remained close, and Sarah often supported Diana during her years as the Princess of Wales. It's fascinating to think that the person who introduced Diana to her future husband was her own sister, showing just how small the world of British aristocracy can be. At number 8 on the list, she loved roller skating. Despite being one of the most famous women in the world, Princess Diana was known for enjoying simple pleasures. One of her favorite activities was roller skating. Diana loved skating around Kingston Palace, where she lived, often with her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. It was a way for her to unwind and enjoy a moment of normalcy away from the spotlight. Roller skating was a way for Diana to stay active, and it gave her a sense of freedom that was hard to come by in her public life. It's another reminder that even someone as famous as Diana had moments of joy in the simplest of activities. And number 9 on the list, she dreamed of being a ballerina. Princess Diana had many talents and passions, but one of her deepest dreams was to become a professional ballerina. From a young age, Diana adored ballet and began taking lessons, immersing herself in the elegance and discipline of the art form. She was passionate about dance, and her instructors described her as graceful, focused, and dedicated. However, Diana's dream of becoming a ballerina was cut short for a heartbreaking reason: her height. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, she was considered too tall to perform professionally in a field where dancers are traditionally shorter. Despite this, Diana's love for ballet never faded. She remained a lifelong supporter of the art form, frequently attending ballet performances and becoming a patron of the English National Ballet. Though Diana never took to the stage as a professional dancer, her connection to ballet was a lasting testament to her love for creativity, elegance, and self-expression. And lastly, number 10, she predicted her own death. One of the most haunting aspects of Princess Diana's life is the fact that she predicted her own death. In the months leading up to her tragic car accident in 1997, Diana reportedly expressed fears that her life was in danger. In a letter written to her former butler, Paul Burrell, Diana wrote chilling words, quote, "This particular phase in my life is the most dangerous. My husband is planning an accident in my car," end quote. While she didn't specify exactly what she feared, this statement raised eyebrows after her untimely passing. Diana was known to have felt unsafe at times, and she often spoke of being under constant surveillance. Although her death was ultimately ruled an accident, these eerie comments continue to spark speculation. For many, they highlight the immense pressure Diana faced as she navigated life in the royal spotlight, and they serve as a reminder of just how challenging her world truly was. Princess Diana's life was full of remarkable and lesser-known details that give us a deeper understanding of the woman behind the crown. Whether it was her ballet training, her humanitarian efforts, or even just her piano skills, Diana continues to captivate us with her legacy. What part of her life surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed learning these facts, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Interesting Biofacts for more deep dives into the lives of icons and legends who shaped history. Thanks for watching, and just remember, history is full of hidden stories waiting to be discovered. We'll see you next time with more interesting facts.